1. Find an extrovert. For introverts, befriending an extrovert is often the easiest way to build a social circle. But how do you actually find one? Whenever you're out in public, the key is to look open to conversation. Now, how do you show that? It all starts with your body language. First, take out your earphones. That simple gesture alone makes you more approachable. Next, acknowledge people's presence. Give a small nod and a genuine smile when you see someone. Don't just smile with your mouth, smile with your eyes too. It makes a big difference. A real smile shows warmth, and people pick up on that. Also, if you're standing straight, try turning slightly in their direction. It's a subtle cue that you're present and paying attention. And if you're not too nervous, say, "Hi." Just that one word can open a door. Now, if you're like me and naturally have a resting bitch face, practice your smile in the mirror. You want your smile to reach your eyes. Try squinting slightly and raising your eyebrows a bit when you smile. It softens your face and makes you seem more friendly. Here's a trick I used back in high school when my anxiety was really bad and even smiling felt hard. I'd put a pen horizontally between my teeth, forcing a smile. Sounds silly, right? But it's backed by science. According to the facial feedback hypothesis, physically smiling, even if forced, can trick your brain into feeling happier. And honestly, I used to laugh at how ridiculous I looked with that pen in my mouth, which made me genuinely happy. And when you're happy, smiling comes easier. If you have social anxiety and can't bring yourself to say hi first, that's okay. Don't rush it. Take your time. There was a time when even saying hi to a stranger felt impossible. I'd overthink everything. What if they find me annoying? What if they think I'm weird? What if I say the wrong thing? So I stayed silent. But strangely, people still talked to me. They'd sit beside me on the bus or in class and start conversations. I think it's because, even though I didn't say much, I made eye contact, smiled, and gave a little nod. That small gesture showed I had acknowledged them, and extroverts, being naturally social, started having conversations with me. One last thing, don't just stare. Make eye contact for about 2 to 3 seconds, then look away. Any longer and it can start to feel awkward or even creepy. Start small talk. One of the easiest ways to spark a conversation is by commenting on your shared environment. It feels natural, not forced, because you're both experiencing the same thing. For example, if you're at a party and see someone standing alone, you could say, "I barely know anyone here. How about you?" It shows vulnerability and invites connection. Or if you live in a place where the weather changes constantly, say something casual like, "This weather's all over the place today, huh?" Why it works. It's something simple, relatable, and easy to respond to, perfect for breaking the ice without pressure. Give a compliment. People genuinely enjoy hearing something kind about themselves. A thoughtful compliment is one of the easiest and most effective ways to start a conversation. Instead of jumping straight into a question, try, "That's a cool jacket. Where did you get it?" Or, "I love this song on your playlist. What's it called?" Or even, "You're really good at this. How long have you been doing it?" Why does it work? Compliments create a burst of positive emotion and make the other person more open to connecting. Studies even show that sincere compliments help strengthen social bonds. Ask open-ended questions. If you ask something that can be answered with just a yes or no, the conversation might end before it even starts. Instead, ask questions that invite a real answer. So instead of saying, "Did you have a good weekend?" say, "Did you do anything exciting this weekend? I ended up just rotting in bed the whole time." Instead of, "Do you like movies?" try, "Have you seen any good movies lately? Why does it work?" These types of questions invite more than one-word answers, which makes it easier to keep the conversation going. Mirror and build on their responses. A good conversation is like a game of catch. You toss a question, they respond, and you catch what they said and throw something back. So let's say you ask, "Have you seen any good movies lately?" And they say, "Yeah, I watched Killer Shark." Don't just respond with, "Oh, cool." That's a conversation dead end. Instead, build on it. Say something like, "Oh, nice. What was it about?" "I watched ABC yesterday and it blew my mind. The story was so unpredictable. So, why does it work?" It shows you're listening and genuinely interested. It also gives them more space to talk, and people love that. Share a small personal detail. If all you do is ask questions, it can start to feel like an interview. To make the conversation feel natural, share a little bit about yourself. So instead of just asking, "Do you like traveling?" say, "I just got back from Vancouver. It was amazing. Do you like traveling?" Or instead of asking, "Do you have any pets?" try, "I love cats, but I don't have one yet. Do you have any pets?" Why does it work? Opening up, even a little, creates a more balanced conversation and helps the other person feel more comfortable doing the same. Use humor or lighthearted comments. Humor is a great way to ease tension and make conversations more enjoyable. You don't need to be a comedian. A small joke or playful remark can do wonders. At work, you might say, "Only 3 more meetings to survive today." At a party, "Honestly, I'm just here for the snacks. What about you?" And if there's an awkward silence, "I swear I'm not this quiet usually. I just need a few minutes to warm up." Why does it work? Laughter creates comfort. It makes the interaction feel light and memorable. Exit the conversation smoothly. Not every conversation needs to go on forever. If you need to step away, leave the interaction in a warm, respectful way. You can say, "It was really nice talking to you. I've got to run, but I'd love to continue this another time." Or, "I have to get back to work, but I really enjoyed our chat. Let's talk again soon." Or even, "Hey, I don't want to keep you, but it was great meeting you." Why does it work? It ends the conversation politely and on a good note, making it much easier to reconnect later. 3. Empathetic listening. Empathetic listening is one of the most powerful tools you can use to build real connections, especially during emotionally intense or vulnerable conversations. It's not just about hearing someone's words, it's about making them feel heard. At its core, empathetic listening means being fully present and making an active effort to understand the other person. That means putting your phone away, turning your body slightly toward them, and showing them, through both your words and actions, that you care about what they're saying. A good starting point is to physically engage with the conversation. Lean in a little, but not too much. You don't want to invade their personal space. Nod occasionally, but gently, not like you're trying to shake your head off. Even tilting your head slightly can signal genuine interest. These small actions speak volumes. And while they're talking, don't drift into your own head trying to plan your next response. Just listen. Really listen. If you're not sure how to respond, that's okay. Say something honest, like, "I'm not even sure what to say right now." That's actually really surprising. Another great tool is paraphrasing. Reflect back what they said in your own words to make sure you're on the same page. Something like, "So, what I'm hearing is, you felt left out when that happened, right?" It's a simple way to show them, "I see you. I'm trying to understand you." 4. Be helpful, kind, and friendly. The more people you genuinely like, the more they tend to like you back. And often, it starts with something simple. Kindness. Kindness can take you farther than you think. It doesn't have to be some grand gesture. Small things can create real bonds. For example, if you see the same person every day at the bus stop, in class, or at work, try doing something thoughtful. I remember I used to save a seat on the bus for someone I always saw. We didn't talk much at first. We just exchanged smiles, but one day, I started saving a seat for her. She sat next to me, and eventually, we became friends. No big moment, just a small kindness that built a connection. Another time, there was someone at the university I saw every day. We always smiled at each other, but we were both introverts. During breaks, I'd sit in a quiet spot, and so would he. One day, he sat beside me. We ended up talking about class and studying, then we started showing each other reels and memes. Before we knew it, we were friends. So yeah, small acts of friendliness can lead to big changes. A smile, a saved seat, a shared meme. That's all it takes sometimes. 5. Be yourself. Seriously, let's get one thing straight. Being quiet is okay. You don't have to force conversation just to avoid silence. You don't have to perform to be liked. And you definitely don't need to pretend to be chatty if that's not you. Sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do in a social setting is to just be real. If you're not sure what to say, be honest. You can literally say, "Sorry, I'm not great at talking." Or if you're not in the mood to be social, "Sorry, I've just got a lot on my mind right now. I kind of need some alone time." Most emotionally intelligent people will respect that way more than small talk that feels forced. You're not rejecting them. You're just setting a gentle boundary. And if they understand that, they're your kind of people. It's completely fine to admit that social stuff isn't your strong suit, even if you still like being around people. And if you do feel like saying or doing something, go for it. Don't overthink every little moment. Being yourself invites others to do the same. If something feels funny, laugh. If you feel like saying something random or awkward, say it. You don't have to impress anyone to be liked. People connect with what's real. The more authentic you are, the more likely you'll attract people who genuinely understand you. Not everyone will get you, and that's fine. You don't need everyone. You just need a few real connections. Being yourself isn't a weakness, it's your greatest strength.